what the hell? You know who I'm talking about? Black man.
Candy Crush going on.
Oh, shit. That is Candy Crush. I'm sorry. I was masturbating in the car to the music from Candy Crush because I masturbate diabetic.
That's all.
Oh, a Snickers. A Zagnut. Oh, is that a Zero bar? Go. I'm coming. Yeah.
No.
Hey, look at us.
We got San Antonio's favorite racist. Give it up, my man Jay LaFarr.
Yay! I actually racist is when you speak facts and truth. That's terrible, right? Yeah, they 13%.
Don't ever do that.
13% commit 50%. Whatever. It doesn't matter. They're the worst. We'd get rid of them tomorrow. We're Sweden. That's what would happen. We'd be an amazing country.
All jokes. These are all just...
Not at all. I don't joke about anything, even on stage. I'm tired of it. By the way, let's be honest, okay? I'm tired of lumping that 13%. It's not true.
Doggy, can I ask, what's 13%?
13% of the population are the black people. They commit 50% of the crime in the United States. But that's not true because it's 60% of black males commit 50% of the crime.
I thought you were going to say 75.
No, but the thing is, like black people in the United States, if you take middle class black people in the United States, they have a crime rate which is lower than middle class white people in the United States. It's a smaller.
That's because white people are mad at the black people because they're on the same level.
No, they're not.
They think they should be above them.
What happens is black people who are educated and who also, and most of them have prior military, a lot of them are just good people. They're just Americans.
Yeah.
They don't look at themselves as victims and victim mentality. And because of that, they thrive. You know who the number one groups in the United States are right now that are doing well? It's like blacks from Kenya, not the Somalis. They're fucking assholes. Fuck them. But black people from Kenya who come here, they're the group that is just thriving and kicking ass. Asians who keep, racism. Yeah, you fucking do better than anyone. Shut the fuck up. You do so well that they had to put a limit on how many people they allowed into Harvard that were Asian because they're so smart and so good. So they're like, well, I guess we'll go to Brown. All right, I don't do a good Asian impression.
Was that an Asian impression?
I
thought that was Italian.
I thought that was
Thai.
So here's my Asian impression. You got me eating dog. What the fuck do you want? I'm not cool. I think we should start with a shot, though. I got a Maker's Mark 46 for y'all.
Maker's Mark,
gentlemen. Here's my problem with Maker's Mark.
You're a fag.
No.
Why? Because the bottle doesn't fit entirely in your ass.
No. All right. So I had
blowjob.
Me and my brother got jumped, and I got stabbed.
Really?
Yeah. And
How was that Maker's fault?
Hold on. And I was having to shoot myself in the stomach with blood thinners.
Jesus.
So I wouldn't get a blood clot from the surgery. So
then live a better life.
No. Hear me out. So I got a bottle of Maker's.
We're finishing this bottle before the podcast is over.
I got a show.
Yeah, I do too.
Thank you, LaFarr. Salutes, bro.
Thank you, man.
Cheers.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you.
I know you like that.
Hell yeah.
94 proof.
Woo.
So
Gotta love it.
I got a bottle of Maker's. And me and my brother Chris were drinking. We drank so much of it, I tried to walk with my cast on.
Nice.
With my leg cast, yes. That's why I don't really fuck with Makers like that.
Trauma.
Because it brought a bad...
mistakes.
It had me doing shit I shouldn't be doing.
Just the memory. I was like, how is Maker's at fault for this?
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I love Makers.
Public apology. Sorry, Pat, I'm late. My fault.
I wasn't going to bring it up. I was not going to bring it up.
Dude, I felt like you were going to subliminal it somewhere. You're going to throw it in like, well, if you were on time, it would have worked. Like, you know what I mean?
You're breaking
I
the
waited
band,
in the
Scott.
parking lot for like a half hour for you to
Or
get
for
here.
like 8 minutes.
For like 8 minutes, yeah. I was running late. I was just fucking running late. You know.
No, that's fine.
No, I apologize though because I hate doing. I'm a Nazi
Yeah,
I
you
can
are.
leave it
Yeah,
on that.
yeah.
I can just leave it on that.
Pause.
Yeah.
Period.
I know,
You said, dude?
That's the clip.
He's got Reagan, dude.
Yeah, that's a Nazi. That's fucking the last good American president we had. Ever since then, all we've had are fucking coloreds and weirdos. So. When I mean coloreds, I don't mean Obama.
The one.
The one colored. We had a colored.
Yeah. No, are you usually on time? Is that like your thing?
That's as far as comedy goes, I think time is important, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Well, timing.
it's-
Yeah, but yeah.
No, time. Being on time for shows, being there early, making like how many times have you gone to a venue where you get there a little earlier than the other company, but you see the way the room is, okay, so there's tables over there. I know I can talk like you have your field of vision,
Yeah.
what you know you're
Yeah.
going to do, and then you have if like with time, just your time on stage. Like one of the things that always drove me nuts when I was first doing comedy, the thing that drive me nuts is when people would go over the time.
Yeah.
And just stick to your tuberculosis. Stick to your.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good now.
What the fuck?
Second time I choked on this.
That's
This show, this
that's
podcast.
always my thing. I'm really bad with like keeping track of time and like so.
But you wear a watch.
I'll be having a good, but still, I mean, I don't set it. It's for design. I can't read.
It's
watch
2
works.
o'clock.
Yeah. And like the last time I had LOL, like it hit 15 and I was only doing 15 and I was like, all right, well, thank you. That's it. Like I couldn't end on a fucking like banger.
No, you shouldn't. Anyways,
Because,
that's funny. That's funnier if you're like if your timer goes off and like that's it for me. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah,
and
it
you
is
walk
funny.
off stage because then you leave them wanting more.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
the host.
No, this was a different
Oh.
time. Yeah.
But the thing is, there are comics who will do their closer and then it fucking doesn't hit the way they want it to.
So they'll try and keep
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
and end
they
on a
want
better
to
laugh.
keep going. You
I know
get-
exactly who does that
Yeah.
often.
There's a number of comics that do that, and they're terrible. They're like, and the problem is that we stopped calling people out for being cocksuckers and cunts,
Thank
and we need to
you.
get back to that. If you fuck up, here's what happens when you have a showcase with like 6 people on it. So when I first started doing comedy in San Antonio, after like a year, I was funnier than 90% of the people in town, just because.
Humble. I like that. I
No, I'm
appreciate
not humble. I'm better than everyone. But what would happen is, so all these fucks would go up and and I won't even say the rapist that went up before me would always go like 7 to 10 minutes over his time, but.
Is it
what-
your
now,
ex-best friend?
No, it's not that. Yeah, that. Oh, I don't have it. Like comedy, I don't.
And just so you know, this is going to go out in 2 weeks. So just if we put out an episodes before yours, don't think that we like, oh, you're too afraid to release
got
it.
snuff film.
We're just, this is going to go out. So just so you know.
So we can can we tell him why?
Yeah, if you want
Because
to.
it'll be the episode tomorrow will be out first. We're gonna dress up for a Halloween episode.
A what?
We're gonna do Kiss.
What?
Yeah.
makeup.
And-
Who are
and-
you gonna be?
Gene.
Fat Gene Simmons, nice.
Big skinny.
I wanna eat a donut all night and party like I'm gay in my butt.
Oh, there.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Jesus
So
Christ, you did that on purpose.
do you know
I said a little bit.
Chase Otero? He's a photographer.
Who?
Chase Otero?
Oh, I thought you said Tig Notaro.
No, not that one.
Love
titted
Tig,
bitch.
by the way.
I
Love
said
Tig.
what I said.
No, what I'm saying is love Tig. One of my favorite memories is doing a show. So I got to work with her a few times over the years. Tig is arguably one of the funniest deadpan lesbian comedians that you're ever going to see.
Didn't Louis produce one of her specials?
Yeah, he did, and he should have produced all of them. And then she got mad at him because of the whole
jacking off.
of the shenanigans. We'll
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
And
Wasn't a
let's
big
do
deal,
this
right?
shot real quick. Come on, kids.
Jesus Christ. All right, last one.
There's 2 more left.
Last
there.
one for
Just
me.
shut up, queer. Oh, that's good.
I got questions, LaFarr.
But Tig,
I got questions after that.
yeah. So we end up doing a show at the River Center Comedy Club. I'm featuring Tig's headlining, and her girlfriend at the time, she was dating a girl. The girl was beautiful.
Fox.
At the time.
Tig looks like she could pull some ass.
It's always like that.
Well, she's funnier than she's in the 5% top comedians I've ever seen.
Nah, she's
And
good, yeah.
the weird thing is, so I saw her as a feature a couple times, and then I got to work with her when she headlined, and we worked at Cap City. I was hosting
wow.
the show. She was featuring, and Uncle Larry Reeb. Larry Reeb, if you ever saw like old A&E's Evening at the Improv, he was like a comic who had been around. I worked with him. I did shit shows with him a couple times. Like we did Beaumont in this fucking horrible saloon where the first night we had to do 4 shows, and the first show had 30 people. And we're like, oh, okay. Second show canceled because no one showed up.
Damn.
First show Saturday, 10 people. Second show Saturday, 2 people showed up, and it was a black couple.
Oh, wow.
Damn. Still did the
And
show?
they were, oh yeah, because we said to the guy, we were like, "Do you want us to do the whole show?" And he's like, "You want your whole money?" And we were like, "Fuck yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
do
so."
the show.
Hell yeah.
So we do the show, and if you're gonna have 2 people in the audience, they were the best 2 people you could possibly have.
That's amazing.
They were there to laugh. They were there to have fun.
laugh. They were having a great time. They were having a night, and they both laughed. And I had to go up first. It was a 2-man show, so I had to go up first, and I had to do a half hour.
Wow.
Yeah. So I go up. I'm doing my shit, and about 20 minutes into it, I realize I've run out of fucking material because
Yeah.
I was only like 2.5 years into comedy, and
At 2.5 years, you already had a tight 20?
no, I had run out because I was nervous performing in front of 2 people.
Got you.
So I ended up going, oh fuck. Hey, so what do you do, sir? And
You
this
crowd worked 2 people?
Oh, I crowd worked the shit out of him. And he says, "Oh, I'm a rigger in the oil field." Oh. And I said, "I can see that, but what do you do for work?" He fucking falls out of his chair. I got the fucking Apollo fall on the floor, black man laugh. And it was the best. And it was the most in the back of the room, which was the 4 wait staff who were supposed to be working.
Yeah.
I got the most genuine and best laugh that I've ever gotten in my comedy career.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely fucking wonderful.
Nice.
And after the show, and then Larry goes up, and Larry bails after like 30 minutes. I'm like, motherfucker, I didn't know we could bail. And he's like, yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, dude.
But then we did a show in Austin with Tig.
Yeah.
And she was featuring, and Tig,
When was this? What year was this?
2005.
Dude, I'm still in
she
high
had-
school.
She hadn't even popped out yet.
No,
Like,
she hadn't. She was featuring.
Oh, okay.
She was
okay.
featuring, and she was a
That sounds like so long ago, dude.
she was
2005.
It was.
Jesus.
It was, and she was a strong feature.
Yeah.
Strong feature, and she
Still deadpan at that time, or,
Yes.
or was that
oh
something
no, that's
new?
her. That's
that
her
was her
shtick.
whole
That's
thing.
her shtick.
Okay.
And she goes on stage, and she does the bit about, and I fucking forget. It's a wonderful bit though, where how she.
Hope she never
would
gets
take
cancer.
she takes a inflatable doll and puts it in the passenger seat so
HOV.
she can drive in the HOV lane. But every time there's a picture, it's always
That's funny.
But but it's a lot of lesbians come to see the show.
Yeah, they do.
because they love Tig, and she was networking and marketing shit back before people were really savvy at it too. Like as far as the internet goes, right? Like the first people that did that were Dane Cook on
MySpace. Yeah.
right?
MySpace.
And she ends up. We do the show. She fucking kills, of course. Standing ovation. Larry Reed goes up, and Larry Reed, he's like, my target demographic is 18 to 26-year-old men who hate women. And he goes up and fucking does not do well.
He ate a dick.
He did, but he had to do 45 minutes. We're at Cap City, and he wasn't doing well for most of the shows. But each time, he would pull out his CD from his jacket and says, you fucking rug bumpers. I know you're not going to buy it,
shit.
but I'm pitching it anyways. Here's my CD. I'll be in the back. It's $10.
Rug bumper.
And then, it was great. It was
I've never heard that.
But that's also like fucking. That was when I realized what road comedy
He said
really
rug
was.
bumper.
Yeah, dude.
Because it's tough. Because when you start out doing comedy,
Yeah.
like
It's all fun.
it's
Year and a half.
fun.
yeah.
Year and a half in,
right? If
yeah.
you're a year and a half in, it's still glorious. And like the people you meet, they're all
Yeah.
cool. Like
Everyone's
hey,
Look at all my
Nice.
new best friends.
yeah. The fact of the matter is, it's like Vietnam. Like I don't make friends with a lot of comics because they're not going to be around after 2 years.
Yeah.
They're gonna
and
be
you're
gone.
a huge asshole.
Yes. And I'm a huge asshole. And I will take that. I am because, but I'm honest, and that's the problem.
That's what I respect. I respect
People don't
that.
like honesty.
Yeah.
And they don't like the fact that, like, I fuck with you because
Yeah.
you're funny, and you also had one of the best shows that I've seen with a heckler, those fucking drunken cunts who were at the show we did with Tammy over at the terrible comedy venue. What was it called? Jokesters 22. I'm so glad that place. Fuck that place.
Yeah.
Fuck Marsha.
I love
I was
you,
so
Marsha.
nervous. I was like, you can say anything that's active, but a joke to 20. I mean, it was real. As long as you don't say.
Don't say what?
I love you, Marsha. You're beautiful.
But no, that was
No,
fun.
Marsha,
And that was I was nervous. 'cause-
underpaid everyone that was local, and it would overpay people who didn't draw who were from out of town.
Yeah.
On the Tammy show, she fucking should have paid us triple because we packed the room.
It was a pack. Yeah, well, it was her birthday. It was Tammy's birthday show.
I brought 15 people to a paid show. I got $20. My tab was more than that.
I can't.
No, he's big on drinking and driving.
I can't. I
He's really
I'm
against
hosting
it.
a show. It's my show.
We're just
Jesus.
doing a baby shot there, okay?
All right.
All right, you fucking turd bird.
It's only because I got a show. I'm
Where's
still
your show?
downstairs.
Here we go.
Oh my god. Oh, this is tough, man.
Kevin
All right.
Nealon. I saw Kevin Nealon one time at LOL. This man went on and
You gonna
off
drink
stage.
that shot? Fucking shut up until you finish the shot.
Put some
Kids with
bass in your voice, boy.
Your marijuana vaping.
Hey, you want to smoke a number after this? I got to join in the car.
I don't fuck around with weed. I'm an American.
You
Come on,
stop?
pussy.
You
Smoke
stop?
up, bitch.
Oh, here's the thing. Here's the difference. I don't succumb to peer pressure. See, that's why I'm a stronger man than you. Like, you understand? Like, you felt obligated to drink those shots. I'd have been like, no, I'm good. And then I would just not have drank them.
And flip.
Like, I
And
got a
flip.
show. I got shit I got to do. But you know what? You're weak. You're a weak bitch.
All right. All right, Dad. Can you calm down?
Not with this erection.
Nice.
See, I respect shit like that. I respect ball busting. We don't do that anymore. We don't.
No, everyone's afraid to.
We have to do it only to each other.
A lot of people pleasers.
There's so many people that we can't
but
do it
remember,
to.
like, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't be fucking. I wouldn't be
Exactly.
fucking
Talk to
mocking
people.
you.
Exactly.
Right? Like, there are people, like, when I see people at who are out, they're like, hey, I'm like, hey, what's up? And because I don't fucking bother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not worth it because
But ball
get
busting
upset.
makes doing comedy more fun.
it's what it's supposed to be. By the way, that's why Tough Crowd is probably the best comedy show that ever existed.
Yeah.
Top 5 dead or alive.
Yeah.
Tough Crowd was so good, and it was just guys who fucked with each other, and also women, that aren't funny mostly, but we can be honest. Most women just there's a lot of females who do comedy who are fantastic.
Bonnie McFarlane.
Bonnie McFarlane, not one of them, but like, I'm talking about who's that girl? That
Your favorite chick comedian has no tits.
Oh no, I'm thinking that Miss Maisel. She's hilarious.
She's fake.
The Amazon
She's a
show.
character.
Oh really? I thought it was real because it seems so real.
But a real
She's
comedy.
marvelous. She's the marvelous Miss Maisel.
Oh shit.
Oh, they're terrible. Oh, yeah, I got my period.
What's
my
the-
vagina. Oh, I fuck guys. Yeah, maybe find one that doesn't. You know what? After 6 guys, your value drops as a woman. Like once your body count hits 6,
Preach,
you're
preacher.
half as valuable.
Preach.
I'm talking about that colored fella Kevin that died. What the hell? You know who I'm talking about? Black man.
Candy Crush going on.
Oh shit, that is Candy Crush. I'm sorry, I was masturbating in the car to the music from Candy Crush because I masturbate diabetic.
That's all.
A Snickers, a Zagnut. Is that a 0 bar? Go, I'm coming. Yeah.
Wait, did you really stop smoking?
Weed?
Yeah.
I can't smoke and drink at the same time. I have to do one or the other.
Well, you only got 3 drinks. You'll be all right.
I know, but I'm going to drink a lot more.
Oh, you're going for it tonight?
Yeah, I'm going
Fuck
to drink because my wife doesn't own my shit.
Fair enough.
Why do you look at me when you say that?
Because you're cuckold.
That's not cuckold. I'm focused on my show. I'm fucking buzzed, dude.
Are you?
Yes,
You should
dude.
be. That's
I
fucking.
didn't eat dinner.
This is 96 proof. This is 94 proof
And
bourbon,
we did that. We did 3 shots in 10 minutes. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
which is weird because I got another bottle. I'm gonna go grab. No, that's my riding home bottle.
right home bottle. But yeah, man, ball busting. Like nobody does ball busting anymore, and they take offense.
Patrice had so many great clips on Tough Crowd.
The Dat Fan one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dat Fan one. That was probably my favorite one. Like, stop doing that.
Why is all that
shit.
voice? Why you always got to do your mom's voice? He still does that. He was in town
But
not
so
too
does
long
Bobby
ago.
Lee, and so does.
Yeah, I don't think he's funny.
But see, Bobby Lee admits it. Bobby Lee says, haven't written a new joke.
Let me ask you.
in
Let me ask you a
years."
question though. Do any of you give a fuck what any other comic does in their act? Really?
If you're the homie,
Unless you're stealing.
Stealing. I was just
yes.
gonna say
Unless you're
stealing.
stealing,
Doing
I
other
don't
people's
care.
jokes.
All right,
I
but-
don't care what I don't care what any other comic. Just be funny. And if you're not funny, be interesting. And if you're not interesting, then leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. Like I like people. I like people who are genuine. I like people who are real.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the people who get a lot of heat, who get actually a lot of attention as comedians, are usually shitheads. They
Yeah.
aren't very good comics a lot of times, but they have an act which is in the moment what the Jews want. We'll say. As I'm only
chill,
going by
Kanye.
Yeezy. It's only Yeezy.
It's yay.
Yee. Is it
He
Yee
goes,
or
we
Yeezy?
were on the phone today. He's like, maybe Kanye was right. And then he just shuts up. He doesn't say anything.
Have you ever worked for Jews?
Yeah, Chase Bank.
Yeah, okay, so there you go. You understand that they might not be the most palatable of people to work for.
They're smart people, respectable people. I'm not going to say anything bad. I'm pretty sure Anchor or Spotify is Jew affiliated.
No, and what I'm saying is, and I have no problem. I've
Jew
worked.
affiliated.
No, you said something that I was going to touch on.
Jew-affiliated.
Like stealing jokes. So
Easy.
you don't care about stealing jokes?
No, I do.
Yeah.
That's
And
what I care
sucks-
about.
that was
I
the
care-
exception. He said.
What sucks is that it's hobbyists that do it. It's people that aren't doing this
No,
seriously.
it's not hobbyists. It's real comics.
His boy.
There
We'll
are
get
joke
it up
thieves
later.
There are joke thieves who have worked. Okay, I'll give you an example, and I'm not even going to use the rapist guy. I'm going to talk about So I had a buddy of mine he lived in the crack house with us. That was the old comedy house down off of McCullough and Evergreen. There was 4 comics living in it at the time.
That was a flop house.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Our rent was $800 a month for like a 2,200 square house.
Dang.
It was fucking awesome, yeah. And but my buddy ended up he was going to St. Mary's at the time. He was funny. Like I started doing comedy at a weird 5 months after a bunch of other people did. Mm-hmm. And then a couple months before a couple other people did. And what happened is this guy ends up he was doing fine, but he wanted to advance, and he moved to L.A., and he stole another comedian's act. I'm not going to say his name because I like the guy, and he was admonished and kicked out of comedy, basically. But he stole a guy's act that had been on the Tonight Show. He did bits that the guy had done on the Tonight Show.
That there was proof of?
Yeah, there was
See,
video
that's
proof.
fucking ridiculous.
But he does it, and he ends up headlining Hyenas and a couple other clubs. And because what happened is we were here, both of us fucking going back and forth. Mm-hmm. I think he might have taken second the year I won Funniest in South Texas, right?
Oh, I didn't know you won that. What year was that?
The 5th year they had it. 4th year they had it. Loving you.
Okay, so yeah, what happened with the
we're
Main
back.
Street bar?
Okay, really quick. So
go
I
ahead.
have a Main Street story. Al invited me one time to do a spot at the show. We were waiting on people, whatever, so we were just killing time. I went to go grab a beer, and then I went outside with the beer because it was right outside. I've never been to Main Street before, but people were outside drinking. I was outside in the front with a few comics drinking, right? I understand I'm in the wrong
Outside
there.
the front doors.
Yeah, TABC, I get it, whatever. Bartender comes out. This was my first drink of the night,
Yeah.
right? I'm just killing time. I'm like, all right, let me get a beer, go outside. Short little fuck comes outside all attitudey, and he's like, hey, you got to take that beer inside. And he was really fucking attitudey,
He had
right?
a nose ring.
I don't know. He's a short little fuck. He fucking cocksucker. But he's like, you got to go inside. And I was like, all right. And I laughed because I was like, all right, man, I'll go inside. And he didn't at my speed of which I was going inside. So as I'm walking back inside, like he yanks the drink from my hand, and he's like,
shit.
"You're fucking out of here. You're not performing. You're fucking banned and shit." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" So this guy is like giving me all this attitude, all this type of shit. So then he goes back inside, and I'm like, "Yo, like what the fuck?" I'm outside, and I'm out with Angel Pitts, and a couple of other comics were there. Jay Scott was there, and somebody else was there. And I was like, what the fuck? All right, well, let me go back inside and tell Al, like, this fucking asshole wants me. I was almost going to say that word. And I was like, this fucking guy doesn't want me to perform here. So I go back inside to try to tell Al what happened. I walk back inside, and he's like, no, you, get the fuck out of here. And, like, 2 other dudes, like, are pushing me outside. So it makes me seem like I'm some type of drunk asshole in the wrong when I was just trying to go tell Al what happened.
I remember Al telling me about that.
So now it seemed like I was some fucking drunken asshole who had a problem with alcohol, and then
he's got a problem.
Fuck y'all. No. So then
I don't know. He didn't have a problem drinking those shots so fast. Not like Patrick.
So after that, I was like, fuck Main Street, dude. Fuck that fucking guy. So that's my Main Street story.
So that sucks. Main Street was actually not a bad. So I booked that for like fucking 3 years or something, and it was okay. It was a nightmare showcase. It was one of those ones where you could go.
It was tough.
There's usually like 8 to 12 people in the audience, and you're always going to have hecklers there. But it was fun. Like, I never got hecklers, really.
Yeah.
Because I will just fucking yell at people.
Dude, it feels like you got so much in the fucking chamber.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. It's just because
it's like he looks at people and he's like,
I've done so many
this,
shit
and this. I'm just
shows,
waiting on
though.
you to say something.
I have done I have done every shit
I told
show.
him about when you built me out. Remember when I did that coffee shop? You and Joe
That was
Palumbo?
awesome. Yeah. That was fun.
How long have you been doing comedy?
Fucking 17 years.
17? Okay.
Yeah. Long enough where I should be way ahead of where I am right now. But also, so there's things I realized about comedy a long time ago, and this is I love doing stand-up. I'm always going to do it. I'm never going to stop. It's the best thing in my life. Having said that, I hate the fact that a lot of times you have to shit away your values and not be the person who you are. I don't want to, like, in order to go to Austin and
Pander,
which I don't do. I go to Austin, I shit on them the whole time I'm there. I'm like, I fucking hate your city. I don't like being here. I'm here because they're giving me $100 tonight, and it was better than sitting at home. I fucking hate you faggy queers who live here. You're a bunch of liberal cunts, and people are like, yeah, we are liberal cunts. Yeah. And then I'm like, no, you don't get it. I'm not appreciating.
This isn't part of the joke.
It's not a joke. I don't fucking like you people. But what I also found in Austin is that there are a lot of people who are held captive. It's like Portland or any of the other shit cities where lefties control shit.
You think they feel like they have to hide it?
They have to hide it. You can't.
Republicanism?
There's so many. Well, fucking all of you, you're not even. I see. The thing is, you're not a liberal, Patrick. You're not a liberal.
I'm nothing.
No, you're conservative on a lot of things. We've talked. You're conservative on a lot of things. The problem is, though, in comedy, you can't be honest about anything because then you're afraid if you actually let people know what you think that you're going to get canceled. Guess what? Fuck them.
Yeah.
I hope that all the left-wing comics in San Antonio get cunt cancer. I want them to die. They're terrible. They're not funny. None of them are. All the ones who are, I'm woke. You know what? You're not funny either.
Yeah.
Woke comedy is unfunny comedy.
Yeah.
So
it is kind of gay. I'm not a fan.
It's not gay. It's
gay.
Bi-curious with a
It's not
fisting.
dangerous.
It's not. It's got nothing to do with dangerous. It's got everything to do with not being honest. Like, you can't be honest about. Like, if you talk about things,
not wanting to offend people because you are scared of ruining your
you're
chances
afraid
of getting
that you're going to be
booked
called
or
a
some shit.
racist or a bigot. Listen, there is no greater friend to the American Negro than Jay LaFarr. I stick like every time I support black people having abortions as often as possible. If they could have one every week, I would be down with it. I would pay for half of them because that's the way you keep the numbers down. It's not me. That's the Bible. Barbara Coa-Core.
Love it.
Yeah, thanks for
I've
helping
been to the
out.
Romo room when I first started doing.
How'd you do the Romo room?
When I first started
Is that the one in
comedy,
Austin?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did that room. That room was dope.
Me and a couple of buddies would
fucking
take road
great.
trips to do that open mic. It's a fabulous fucking place.
Shut down.
Headlined it twice,
Didn't it?
and then I was pissed because then my
Brass
buddy
tap.
Brett Ernst did it, and I was like, "Oh fuck!"
Shout out,
I-
he's funny, dude.
That's
Brett
fun.
Ernst is also a
He's a
pretty
killer.
conservative comic.
He was a dope guy to talk to. Like,
He is a legitimately good dude who is genuine and honest. There are a lot of comics like that.
You fuck with Dustin Sims? He's a conservative comic. He's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Dustin Sims, know
a
the
murderer.
name. I haven't fucking
He is a
met.
murderer.
There are a lot of comics. Here's the problem: is that there are a lot of comics out there, and they don't want to book a couple of them on a show.
Like on the same show.
Yeah,
It's too much.
It's not. because-
It's overwhelming. It's like, well, unless like that, it's like the group or the audience.
like you
is
guys,
all on
you've
board
seen.
with
Okay,
that.
so you've seen my act a
Yes.
few times.
Funny's funny.
I do a little bit about politics,
yeah,
but
you're like 5% politics.
but it's
but you're
mostly-
not serious about it. Like people, you don't get preachy about it.
No, I don't get preachy
At
about
any
it.
time,
And
do the
some,
fucking
some of
joke.
these comics get preachy, and then they go like, "Oh,
most
y'all
conservative
don't get,
comics
you know."
don't get preachy, but they will mention shit.
Yeah,
You know, Steve Trevino is
Shout out.
a pretty conservative guy.
yeah.
Steve Byrne. You know, there's a ton of fucking
Nick DiPaolo.
Nick DiPaolo. Yeah, Nick's okay. So when I work with Nick, it's funny because Nick
Used to be a
He's his
linebacker.
feature.
Yeah, he used to be a linebacker. I didn't know. He's fucking
Nick
college.
This is an
I
interesting
loved
thing.
him in
Nick
what's the
tells
movie
me
with Artie Lang?
Nick tells me not to do when I worked with him. He's like, I don't want you doing political stuff before me.
because that's his. thing.
Yeah.
That's his thing, and which I'm like, okay, and so I talk about fucking Texas and barbecue and food,
Yeah.
and then
Do you intentionally keep it light?
I try to.
TK Kirkland is like, don't cuss before I go on stage.
Most comics don't want you to cuss before you go on
Yeah.
stage. Like if you can be, is that the one that got mad at Debo
Yeah.
for going up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you know what? If you have a guy who's opening for you that's wearing a drug dealer's shirt or one that says "we pot" or something, he's probably going to say "motherfucker." Or, y'all be fucking a bitch in a doodle bucket. Y'all be fucking a bitch and she be all farting on your dick, and then you be, oh, you nasty bitch! I was gonna eat your fart box.
Hey, how would you clean that up?
I'd be like, hey, have you ever made love to a woman in her doo-doo bucket? And then she'd be releasing the winds of Afghan. And then you'd be like, oh, that was not appropriate. I was going to eat your fart box.
Poetic. That's
Man, I want to fucking eat some farty box.
Is any lying around?
Yeah, and fucking it sucks. It sucks me. Like, you're so lucky, Scott, that no one sleeps with you because, like, you are so lucky because, like, when you do meet that girl that's not going to have sex with you forever,
Yeah.
you're so lucky.
I'm glad to hear. Thanks.
Drink, what's in the jug?
Agua.
Really?
Yeah. I just got out of work.
Oh, you got the Daddy Ramos.
Daddy
Oh,
Ramos.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's at a new job.
All right.
I'm already fucking around like an
You
asshole.
whore. Some bitch wrote that on there for you.
Do you think Scott should settle down? Do you think he should find a woman
No.
or a man
No.
and
Chill.
just settle down?
Chill.
I'm going to tell you right
I'll
now,
date Jakey
I know he's not gay because when he sucked my cock, he was
took
all
forever.
like, yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like awful.
You remember that?
I thought you were passed out.
I woke up in the hotel room and I looked down to see a bearded mouth fucking just enveloping my fucking solid six.
No. Do you remember doing that show? Oh, no, you didn't do it. We talked about you. It was me, bitch ass Chavaria. And you remember Joey McCormick?
I love Joey McCormick.
Great egg, that guy.
Is he
I think he's
dead?
sober.
What?
He stopped drinking completely.
Really?
Yeah. But,
Chavaria. I wish you guys
Yo,
would
fuck that
fucking-
geek.
No, I wish you guys
Anyways,
would make it up.
so, the funniest shit was, I think Joey's the one that told us. We did a show at, it was halfway in between, like, San Marcos and something else. And that's where I learned did you go up yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best. When someone comes off stage and they had an okay set, you're like, did you go up yet? And then they go. I think it's fun to fuck with
I
people.
love that. I love
and
that.
you should.
right there. Yeah.
And by the way, that's how you know that comics like you when they fuck with you. If they don't
Yes.
fuck with you, they don't care.
Yes.
Yeah.
They just don't care. And also, it's fun to fuck with me and crush their spirit.
Yes.
It's so much better.
You want to test them. You want to see if they want this heart like bad enough. You know, like, are you gonna keep coming back if I fuck with you? You know.
No.
Were you ever like that? Were you ever like, hey, good set? You know, like, were you? How?
What were your early
Yeah. What was your
early
first year in
years?
comedy like? What-
Beginning comedy.
So here's the weird thing. So my first year in comedy, San Antonio. By the way, I love San Antonio comedy.
Is that where you
right?
started?
Yeah.
San Antonio?
Well, I went to an open mic at Governor's fucking 7 years before I came to San Antonio.
I feel like you had like a prop comic phase. Is that true?
No, I play guitar.
Same thing.
Really?
No, it's not the same.
Same thing.
No, if you
It's a
actually
prop.
understood or
It's a
knew
prop.
comedy, you'd probably appreciate it more.
Shout out Jeffrey
maybe,
Eggleston.
maybe why
I
that.
think it's like a safety blanket, like a binky.
That's why you open for me. But the thing is, it is. Well, I like playing guitar, and I think that the problem is I'm not a guitar. I like playing guitar, and I like fucking around with stuff. But it's also I'm not a guitar comic, which is like there are
Saget?
great
You didn't like Saget?
Bob
The
Saget.
guitar?
I didn't know he played guitar.
He'd fuck around and go up there on the guitar. He wrote like one of the best songs ever on the guitar.
Bob Saget was great.
With the guitar, he was great.
My problem is I just don't like with the guitar I forget to play it half the time when I bring it on stage. You know?
I've seen you spend more time tuning the guitar than actually using it on stage.
Yeah, like I'll do because I have a couple of songs that like okay I'm fucked. Like I look down and I'm like I gotta get off stage. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And it's like if I can do a guitar pit, that kind of ends things once you do the guitar
Yeah.
bit. Because like if I look down, I'm at like 40 minutes, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Then I'll play and fuck around a little bit. But what I really love doing is I love guitar acts. Like what the hell is it? Henry
Guzman?
No, he had a movie, Punching the Clown. Henry, can you look it up?
Punching the clown?
Punching the Clown. Yeah.
Jamie, pull it up.
It's
Phillips.
Henry Phillips, who's fucking one of the best.
Yeah.
He's like one of the best guitar comics out there, and there are several who are good. Next to the guy who smashes the guitar into the guy's face who came on stage.
Google guitar
That's
comics.
him?
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not him.
Oh.
I wish that was Henry Phillips. Henry Phillips, but just brilliant. He's a good guitar player too. J.R. Brow, another guitar comic who's he's very good. Is that John Stafford?
Google
Is that the
guitar
guy that did
comics.
No,
That's him.
that's who we played on Silicon Valley.
Ooh.
Yeah, Saget had like the dog licked my balls or whatever that song.
Saget
it was
was
so
so
great.
dirty.
Oh yeah.
So
Saget
good.
was so dirty. I'm working on country songs that
Dirty country songs.
I'm working on a country character that is a woke country singer.
Yeah.
What's his name?
And then he does parodies of songs like Z Stop Lovin' Zer Today. Yeah, that's
All
Henry
right,
Phillips.
I know who he
That's
is.
great, dude.
So,
Did you watch Silicon Valley?
Yeah. No.
Willie Walker Jr. Do you know
yeah,
him?
Yeah.
I sucked
No,
him
his
dick
name's-
last night.
His name's Ben Kaufman.
Pussy in the poontang in the dishes or something
You know who
like
wrote
that.
some funny songs?
Yeah.
Was the fucking he wrote
That's his real name.
Will you lay
Ben
with
Kaufman.
me in a
He's a
field
Jew.
of stone? He is he's like one of the best country singers, but he also wrote the most racist country album that ever
Did you say David Allan Coe?
David Allan Coe.
It was all I could do.
Yeah, to keep
From
from crying.
crying.
But he also wrote N-Word with a White Girl.
Yes.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was great. It's hilarious.
When was this? When did that come out?
70 something,
like,
80 something.
yeah, like in
Some Blazing Saddles type
last
shit.
month.
It is Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles
Blazing
type shit.
Saddles couldn't be made today.
No, not at all.
Do you think Tropic Thunder could?
That's a funny question because Tropic Thunder like got some heat for
Yeah.
fucking
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
But fact of the matter is, like I didn't know that
You never even called me by
I
my
didn't
name.
even know that he was a white guy playing a black dude.
That's
Yeah.
playing a black
The
dude.
dude playing
another dude.
He was so good at it. I mean, he actually impregnated
But he
a
was
woman and left her on set. So I mean, like he really bought in to the whole.
He's a
act.
method
He's a
actor?
method actor.
If you could be a different race, what would you be?
Black.
Oh no, that's
Jesus
terrible.
fucking Christ.
There's only 3 races. There's Caucasoid, Mongoloid, and Negroid.
Yes, that is
so
a fact.
I would be Caucasoid
Yes.
or Mongoloid, which are the Asian people.
Yes.
Because they're at least go to college. So Negroid's all right. I mean, the problem is,
So your first year in comedy, what was that like?
oh, my first year in comedy, that
Yeah.
was great. There was like,
No, like what? Like, were you like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, like ready to take on the world?
And I was lucky because, like, so most of the comics were terrible, so I got to advance.
Who was in your
overall.
class?
So Cesar Cervantes, Todd Larson, Bobby Smith came
Damn.
for
Todd
me,
Larson.
Miguel.
Todd Larson. I haven't seen it. I saw him at the bar when I was working there.
Todd was funny. He did good.
Did you see he got pranked at like Walmart?
Really?
So there was a thing going around
Tuberculosis.
where at Walmart you'd walk up behind him and go, in their ear. Then someone did it to him. And then it went viral.
Really?
Yeah.
Find that for me.
I got you.
That'd be
All
fun.
That
day.
shit's so dangerous, dude.
He's the one also that taught me if you go like this, it'll make Jeff cry. Jeff at the club.
It won't.
Because it reminds him of his parents holding his baby.
Jesus.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
That is.
Is it?
Yeah. I stopped doing it because, RIP Jeff's parents, they passed away due to COVID.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know because I had this whole bit about British people not dying from COVID that I was going to do. Thank God.
We love you, Jeff.
Jeff. Sorry, man. You'll never watch this anyway. So
Yeah,
No.
true.
Jeff, fucking Jeff's the best. I loved it, but like James Ponce, the White Cotton, fucking
Some of those, you're saying a lot of names that are still around.
yeah. Well, a lot of people they're like in the mix here and there. Oh, who else? John Moss, who actually is become a science fiction fantasy author that has like 9 books. He lives out in L.A.
Oh, wow.
He worked for Animal Planet and did all kind like after he got out of comedy, he started actually living a decent life.
I know a guy that passed away named Johnny Moss.
Oh, Johnny
Mox.
Johnny Luna was in
Varsity
town.
Blues.
Johnny Luna, he was doing kind of Miguel Lorenzo. He's dead. Tommy Munoz, he's dead. Chris Mata was around right before me.
Doing
Y'all all
karate.
started at the same time?
No, they started all before me.
Oh,
but, Mata actually ended up doing okay.
Yeah, he comes back every now and then, but yeah, he's out of
Yeah,
LA now.
he lives in L.A.
Yeah.
and
Does very well in cryptocurrency and make sure everybody knows about it.
oh yeah? No one does well in cryptocurrency. Everyone's broke on it right now. Like if you bought it, then everyone's like, and I bought cryptocurrency early on.
Yeah.
Like
And
Bitcoin?
I had Ethereum and fucking
Doge.
Doge, Shiba. I bought it all like I'm still ahead of the game, but like I wish I'd bought like I saw Bitcoin when it was like $20.
Yeah.
And I wish I'd bought it then back, like way back in the day. Like, but I was like, yeah, what the fuck? Because I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Still don't.
Still don't like,
Yeah.
and so, but I have in the old portfolio, a couple grand in cryptocurrency, and I'm not going to touch it, and I'll leave it and hopefully in 20. It's like my comic book collection. Hopefully in.
it'll be worth
65,
something.
it'll be worth. And if it's not, then
Appreciation.
oh well. I would have spent that money on fucking cocaine or whiskey.
My man, he
Yeah.
gets it.
Yeah, right. So
If I had to ask you who your favorite comic is, what would you say?
right now,
Yeah.
oh, see that's
Scott
a tough one.
Ramos.
Doesn't it change for you guys every week?
Always.
No.
Last night
Yeah,
I
who's
was
your
watching
favorite
I
comic?
stick to the
stories.
same 4.
Okay, who you're for?
I would go Chappelle, Coco, Big J, Louie.
I love Louis. I love Chappelle.
Coco, obviously.
Why?
Coco.
Storytelling?
Go.
He's
Storytelling is
he's
phenomenal.
He's stoned, and I don't think.
He just
I think
lived such a crazy life.
He sells it
Burr is
well.
better than Coco on.
well, obviously.
And I forgot Patrice. My
Bill
bad.
Burr's way better. Yeah, but
Patrice. I would put
Patrice is
I
so
would put
good.
Patrice. So Sam Kinison is going to always be my favorite comedian because he's the one that made me want to do
I
comedy.
loved him in Back to School.
Patrice, fucking Jim Norton, who I fucking
Wow.
love.
First show I ever saw, Jimmy Norton.
I love a lot of New York comics.
Yeah, I prefer New York.
Patrice.
Attell.
Attell.
I think he's the last of the dirty.
So Attell, I was a big fan of his, and I don't know. I just think he's one of those guys that, as far as comedy goes, like when I watch him, I'm always like, it's okay. But now he's working with Jeffrey Ross.
He's always
Yeah.
changing shit though.
Oh, doing
Yeah.
that bumping mic
Yeah,
shit.
Bubba Mike, which I wasn't impressed with. I just thought it was like, we're doing that now and
Yeah.
fucking around.
I've heard Attell's always working shit though. He's like always changing. 'Cause he doesn't play like the hits. He doesn't keep doing the same jokes. He's always changing
and that's
shit.
the
As
key.
great as he is,
I think
still.
for comedy, like if you should close with your worst material when you're good.
I heard Louis said that once. He's
He's
like
a strong closer.
this fucking
Bumping
guy.
mics.
I heard Louis was like, once you get a great bit closer, move it to the front. Start it
Yeah,
off with the
and that
front.
way you burn
and then you
yourself,
keep.
yeah.
But that fool also has like 20-minute closers.
But yeah,
So I worked with a guy, Steve Hurst, who's fucking.
Fuck you, Pat.
He's a fucking dank, but he murdered a guy up in Dallas. But
Like literally?
yeah, he hit him in the back of the head with a pint glass, and then
Oh shit.
for a soccer game. He
That was an
asshole.
accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I don't think it was intentional killing him, but the guy died. But
Yeah, you're not passionate about sports?
I fuck sports. Bunch of rapists, mongoloids. Fuck them. Pro sports is just where fucking people who can't pass a GED test go. They end up though. He ends up fucking murdering some fucking guy. And Steve was a hack he stole people's jokes. And he said to me one time, he's like, everybody lifts. I was like, no, they don't, motherfucker.
yeah.
Everyone lifts
no.
jokes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and because he honestly believes that. But here's the thing: comedy clubs don't care.
They don't.
They
They
don't
care about the seats.
They don't.
They care about putting asses in the seats. And if you can give people a show for 50 minutes, and he has 5 closers, which are better than almost anyone's closers. And he does an Austin Powers closer, which, by the way, was topical 20 years ago. probably.
1997.
Yeah. But he does that, and it fucking probably still kills.
Yeah.
And then he does a Flair bartending one, which he Flair bartend, like he gets a jug and pours a shot, but he pulls out a big black rubber cock and pours the shot down and it sprays into the lady's face on
Pretty
the floor.
good.
Yeah, it's great. Fucking the audience goes nuts. Does the tough guy shot, which is where you snort a line of salt, squeeze a lime in your eye, and then
Oh,
do
that's the
shot.
stuntman. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, which again, he lifted.
Yeah. I've done that
I've
before.
heard
It's
those
not.
And then he
not
does
all
a
that good.
blue man thing, I think, and he does some. But it's like, but the audience fucking
right.
loves
They
it.
enjoy the show and they don't care where it came from. That's why, like audience laughs at when people do meme jokes on stage or street jokes on stage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because they're just like, oh, I remember that
They don't
joke,
give a
or I
fuck.
heard that in high school, or all that shit.
and that's why you got to call your friends out in comedy who do shit like that.
No, I mean, like,
No,
yeah.
you got not other your friends. If you see your friends doing fucking meme jokes,
Hacky
Yeah.
shit.
then what you have to do is go, don't do that. You're better than that.
Stop joking about Robin Williams, Pat.
but they're not. The whole thing. Nah, I love joking about
Just
Robin
kidding.
Williams. I just added a tag. Too. Yeah. I just added a new tag to that. I can't wait.
I'm
to
glad he
fucking
hung
use.
himself. Fuck that guy.
Oh, he stole a lot.
He stole a lot
They
too.
say,
yeah.
you know
Really?
what though? They say that, but
But you know what?
But
Yo.
like,
Here's the thing,
like
though.
Robin Williams always said, "Get her done."
I heard on Joe Rogan, he said that everyone would work like, all right, so he would do the West Coast, someone would do the East Coast, someone would do the South, someone would do the Midwest. They would all do the same jokes because they would never overlap.
Yeah.
see what hits
at that,
the best
At,
in
at
them?
that time, it was so hard. There was no internet. There was
Yeah.
no viral videos.
There was no
stuff
travel.
like that.
honestly, now
There's no
it's
proof of it.
comedy because of the way comedy the way it is now. It's hard to be fresh because the reality is that as soon as you do a bit, if you do it once it's online, then people see it because fans of comedy, like your fans, and no matter what, no matter how long you've been in the game, you have a fan, right? And what
Somewhere.
happens
You hear that, Pat?
Somewhere.
is, no, but
Maybe they're not
you
born yet.
will.
Who knows?
No, you will. You will. There's
Yeah.
people that are like, oh, I love shitty facial hair. I like people who I like it so they grow a shitty like goatee thing, because a mustache only holds one load of cum. I want someone who can hold like
Dog,
a
what's sad is that I look better with shittier facial hair
I want
than
someone with bukkake face. That's what
if I was not clean shaven.
What do you think about VR?
What sucks about that? Hold on, wait. What sucks about that is
Shut
like
the fuck up,
I do clips because people steal jokes, so I need like timestamp.
You watermark it.
Yeah,
They're not going to steal your jokes. You're good. You are good.
They have.
You're safe.
There's still better
Stole your
ones.
joke. Be
Hey,
honest.
that'll be all fair because we don't do that negative shit no more.
Yeah, we don't do
used to
negative.
bomb on people and we stopped.
Then you know what? But here's the thing: if someone can do your joke that you were doing
Well,
and do it as well as or better than you,
No.
let them fucking take it. That just should push you to write more shit.
The thing is, the new school they reword stuff, and they're like, oh well, it's a brand new joke now.
A cat went to the store, now it's a dog.
Oh,
But,
so
like,
you're talking
there's
about
like-
dojo jokes.
No, I'm not talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly what the dojo is. It's about stealing jokes and
Jeez.
rewording them. It's a fucking.
It's just a coincidence that we need to wrap up. So
Wait, LaFarr, what do you think about VR?
Really?
VR.
VR comedy.
I was the only comedian banned from VR comedy.
oh, that's right. Oh, really?
So shut the fuck up.
I got banned from
For
VR
what?
comedy
That's
because
hilarious.
I was funny. Because it's terrible. So, I actually. So here's the thing. I got banned from it, and then I kept begging. I was like, "Oh, just let me do it." And they're like, "No, you're going to be bad." I was like, "No, I won't. Just let me do it again." And they were like, "No," and I was like, "Let me do it." And then finally, they let me do it, and they had a contest, and I won the contest. It's funniest comedian that night, and I will never do it again. Because-
Why'd you want back on?
Mic
Why?
drop.
Just to show that I'm funnier than all the fucking terrible comics that they had on it.
Yeah.
It was bad. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable.
It's not fun.
But
It's
the
not
thing is,
enjoyable. Yeah.
the thing is though, there's a market for it, and
Yes.
you're stupid not to. You're stupid not to try
Catch
to
the
make
wave.
money off of that. And the people that are making the money and doing that, I respect and I love and I like a lot.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't do it for me.
It is
And
it is a valid thing, and there is a market for
there's
it.
an audience.
But
There
that's I
definitely
didn't get
is.
into comedies to stay home and do it on the computer.
I don't want to. I like a live audience,
I
and
like
for
the
me,
love-
it
like,
just doesn't.
yes.
It doesn't do anything for me.
I think I'm going to cop one.
What's that?
I think I'm going to get it.
What?
I'm going to get the Oculus.
You should.
Yeah.
Why not? At worst, I watch porn.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's no losing.
And here's that's the thing. And the other side is, there are some very funny comedians that I know who've done it.
I think Al's fucking hilarious.
I think Al's funny.
I think he's really funny, and I'm glad that he opened up in Lane. I thought that was good. That was smart of him.
I think
Him and Render.
We were on a road trip to Laredo one time. I went with Al, and
Did he do the put
on
that
the
set
on the way back? I was like, dude, I have weed. I have a grinder in my trunk. Like, should I toss it or put it in the trunk?
Corpus?
No, from
Laredo.
Laredo to San Antonio.
Oh, because you got to go through the.
And I didn't know there was a checkpoint on the way back. He's like, well, throw it in the trunk at the very bottom or toss it. I was like, all right, let me throw it in the trunk. As soon as we get to the checkpoint, they're like, pop the trunk. I was like, okay. I fucking popped the shit. They looked, they closed it, like, you're good. I was like, oh. But
They
on the
weren't looking
way,
for a grinder.
on the way home, yeah, they're looking for people. And on the way home, he's like setting up his, like, he's doing the Oculus in the passenger seat and he's trying to get enough light to do the thing in VR and shit.
Yeah.
It was wild.
I seen him do it at Tandem.
It's like so. I appreciate what they do. It's just not for me.
Doesn't do it.
But I also that's brilliant that they were able to jump on board of that.
No,
By the way,
yeah.
Al's my boy. Al is one of my go-to guys for whenever I'm gonna do shit, because Al and I, when we get along really well and we have good shows together. And I also know that like a lot of the shows I do now have a more conservative type of audience.
Yeah.
That I cater to, and that Al is more libertarian on a lot of shit, so he does great. And Kyle's also very libertarian, and Robert Berto, there,
The Mexican of the crew?
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
Cousin Berto, yeah.
No.
no,
No, it's a dude.
Cousin Berto, that's the guy who's going to hell, because he loves cock. Love
Jay
you,
LaFarr, thanks for coming out, man.
Speaking of coming out, Berto did a couple years ago, right? That was. You remember that when he was like, "I'm gay," and everyone's like, "We knew." No one ever had any no one.
Everyone's like, duh.
That's nothing. No one didn't believe because you're swishy.
Yeah.
You're a swisher sweet.
He did have some jokes where it was like, so I was fucking this chick once, or I was like in this chick's pussy, and I was
Actually,
like,
no, you got to say it the way he would say
no, I'm
it.
not gonna say it.
So I was fucking this chick once. Or whatever his fucking horrible laugh is he does after everything. God, I wish the Nazis would hang him. He's terrible. He's fucking awful.
This has been a fun episode.
Yes.
What time's your show at? It's about to start?
At 10.
Okay.
I gotta go.
Oh, so what spot do you have on the show?
It's
I'm
his.
hosting it. It's my storytelling show. It's gonna go great.
Oh, you're doing storytelling?
Yes.
Who's on the show?
A bunch of Austin comics.
Are they?
Kabaza and Zach Dixon.
I've done it. It is a fun fucking show.
Oh man.
Same as
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fucking fun.
Jay LaFarr, what do you got to plug? How can people find you? Thanks for coming by. What do you got to plug?
Well, let's see. When am I doing around here?
This is like 2 Mondays.
butt plugs.
Oh, okay. On Tuesday I'm doing that fucking private party.
I don't understand why people post. Oh, I'm private party. I'm
Private event.
But anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
It's the show, bro.
It's a date.
I got. I'll be November 12th. I'm in Beaumont, Texas, which I'm doing a thing with Eric Knowles has a room out there, which is fun. It's I don't even know who I'm doing the show with, but I'll go out and spew my hate out there. And then let's see. Oh, Christmas Eve, I'm doing. Me and Al are actually doing some place out in fucking Houston area. We're doing a movie theater. I can't remember the name of
Fuck
it.
yeah.
And then, I do. I'm in Las Vegas the first 2 weeks of January. I got like a bunch of fucking shit coming up. I just can't remember. Las Vegas, I'm going out there for 10 days.
Damn.
And I'm doing a bunch of shows with Joe Calise, and we're doing like a couple casinos and some other shit. And
That
I'm
dude's
trying.
funny as fuck.
Yeah, Joe Calise is one of my favorite comedians. When he comes to town, you got to get him on your podcast because Joe is the funniest comic that I've ever seen that is never, ever going to be successful.
He looks so serious.
He is just wonderful. He's smart. He writes better than most people. Like, and there's comics like that do write really well. And his performance is fucking great. And what I love about him is he doesn't give a fuck if if like the audience hates him.
Yeah.
He fucks them for 30 minutes to an hour, depending upon what his spot is. I have seen him, like he does this one bit. I won't be able to do it just about using the N-word. And he's like, yeah, they said that black people took the N-word back because it gave him power. And he's like, he's right, because when I called a guy the N-word, he beat me with such power. I forget what the joke was, but it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
But
You have a website, social media?
yeah, Jay LaFarr on everything. I don't hide it. Oh, and except on Twitter, where LaFarr Wood.
LaFarr Wood?
Yeah, because I have a
OOD?
wood shop. I have a wood shop in my garage, and I make rustic American Texas and different flags. And what I do now is that's part of my. I'm selling them after shows. I was selling cutting boards after my shows.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Got some 2x4s right there.
Yeah, nice. Ooh,
Yeah,
ooh,
you can make something out of that.
That's pressure treated. Nice. Yeah, that's actually that looks like East Texas loblolly pine right there. But,
You don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, I do.
Really?
I belong to 2 Facebook groups which is
I didn't know you were autistic.
about wood identification.
What identification?
Well, it's also
He does
'cause
that too.
That's also
All right. Thank you very much. Good
yeah, but
night.
but he does it by taste. This is a black guy. Cocoa butter.
All right. Thank you, man. We're out of here. Later.
Later.